Hi there guys and girls, and welcome to my video on the thoughts about Raiden, who was revealed at EVO. Before I get into Raiden, I just want to say a few things. Firstly, I want to thank everyone who watched my Comic-Con videos, because I know you guys don't like it when I put up stuff that's not Mortal Kombat related, but there were characters in there that were dressed up as Mortal Kombat characters, and that's very rare for Australia. We've never really, you know, since MK9 was huge, there was never really, you'd never see a Scorpion and Sub-Zero, you'd always see a Superman or a Stormtrooper, and I used to hate that, personally. So, but now, since Mortal Kombat 9's become big, we're getting more and more cosplayers dressing up as Mortal Kombat characters. So we had, you know, 2 Molinas, we had Sub-Zero, we had, I think I saw about 4 different Scorpions, a Shah Kahn, Katana. We even had a Noob Saibot, a female Noob Saibot. Yeah, so it was great, and yeah, there's photos up. If you watch those Comic-Con videos, you'll see the photos up, so feel free to check them out. And basically I went to Comic-Con with Lance from MKAU Gaming, so we were just sort of walking around and taking photos and having a good time. And before Lance left, I did shoot a YouTube video with him, which I haven't put up yet. I'll be putting it up after this probably. That's me and him playing on MK2. So like, similar to the video I did with Chris, the Death Battle. So I guess maybe I'll call this one Death Battle 2. But yeah, Lance had to, like, we only had like a, you know, half an hour or something. So we quickly shot a video and I played a few rounds of MK2 with him, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, all the links below to my content and Lance's Comic-Con content, and look out for that video of us playing MK2 soon. The other thing I wanted to say is, you may have noticed that, boom, got a Mortal Kombat X poster. Hell yeah. Thanks to one of my YouTube subscribers. He contacted me and said he could get me a poster because he knew people at GameStop, and he was able to sneak me out a poster. So I paid him for the shipping, and yeah, that's it there, you know. And like I told you guys, as soon as I had a Mortal Kombat poster, that Injustice one was out of there. And it's not that I hate Injustice, but come on, I love Mortal Kombat. I don't love Injustice. Injustice to me was just a game, you know. It was just fun, you know. I even remember sometimes playing Injustice going, can't wait till the next Mortal Kombat's out, just because I had no like interest in Injustice. That's a personal thing, you know. I know people out there love Injustice, they love DC, they love Batman, you know, all those big over the top, you know, things are really cool. I even like watching them. Like, the game's done really well, it's designed really well by NetherRealm. But for me, you know, it's all about Mortal Kombat, like the story, the characters, the fatalities, everything I love about Mortal Kombat, you know. So yeah, thanks again to, you know, who, I won't say his name, just in case he doesn't want me to say it. But yeah, he's watching. But yeah, I actually, it's funny because that frame is was a Coca-Cola frame. So when we got Coke Zero here in Australia, I got one of those from a Coke rep. He gave it to me. So I literally took the Coke Zero poster out and put the Mortal Kombat X poster out in it because I needed a frame for it. And it practically fits. It's a little bit, the frame's a little bit too big, but you can't see because I've positioned it sneakily there, so you can't see the little space along the side. But yeah. The other thing, the last thing I'll mention, the cool thing for me when we're at Comic-Con, you know, they bring out famous people. They bring out, you know, Richard Dean Anderson and Jennifer Morrison, and they've brought out Robert Englund, Freddie. I would have loved to have met all these people, but, you know, I only had a little bit of money to burn, and I decided to meet Richard Dean Anderson because I'm a huge MacGyver fan. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah, I'm a massive MacGyver fan, and like, I haven't even watched Stargate, to be honest. I know a lot of people like Stargate. So yeah, I lined up for my photo and I got a photo with Richard Dean Anderson, the one and only MacGyver, man. That was really cool, you know, and he was a really nice dude. I even asked him a question. A few people giggled at me because it was pretty nerdy, you know. In season 3 of MacGyver, episode of the Widowmaker. You know, but he was cool. He answered my questions, spoke to him a bit. The Comic-Con people kept trying to grab the microphone back off me. And I was like, nah. Who's still talking to me? I was like, I'm going to give him the microphone. He's talking to me, man. Why would I give someone back the microphone if he's speaking? Anyway. Yeah, so that was cool. That was fun. You know, yeah, I've always been a big MacGyver fan, and it was cool to actually meet him. And yeah, it was really nice. He was a tops guy. So now, that's all that done. Let's talk about the Evo reveal for Raiden. It was awesome. The only thing that wasn't cool was, excuse me, sorry, I just scoffed down breakfast. The only thing that wasn't cool, oh well, there are two things that weren't cool. I swear they said it was going to be revealed at 6 PM on a Saturday, and I looked up the times, and that should have been today, my time, 11 o'clock at night. And it's in the morning, I get up, and Raiden trailers everywhere, and I'm like, no. So I wanted to watch the reveal live, but I fucked that up. The only other thing I didn't like was they haven't released the trailer properly again. I know I've whinged about this in my last few videos, but all these trailers they keep putting out, they're streamed. You know, I want to see the actual, I want to see the game, like, properly. Like, we haven't seen the game in proper footage yet. Because the announcement trailer was all CG, you know. It was all the you know, the one with Scorpion and Severe in the forest, you know, the Who's Next, the first one, you know. That's not gameplay. So, we haven't seen a proper gameplay. I mean, there's been a few little bits here and there, but I want to see an actual gameplay trailer. So I can see a proper quality and stuff, you know, like stream ones, like it goes all blurry, and you can't see the detail on all the electricity that Raiden's shooting. It lacks detail. It's quite annoying. It's something that annoys me. So I'm hoping they get the trailers out properly soon, because it's starting to really bug me. But enough about that. Let's talk about what we saw in the trailer. Firstly, the intro. So Raiden and its versus Kotal Kahn step in the ring. And Raiden and Kotal Kahn says, "You have no chance, Thunder God." And then Raiden's like, "Thunder blocks out the sun," you know. And Kotal Kahn's like, "Temporarily." And then it's like, "Round one, fight," you know.
You have no chance, Thunder God. Thunder blocks out the sun. Temporarily.
So the intros are really cool, like really awesome. I'm really digging the intros. They're written really well. They're really punchy too. They're quick to the point, but they're like cool, like, "Oh, temporarily, fuck, I can't believe you said that." You know, it's like they're done very well. The next thing I want to talk about is the look of Raiden. Like, I'm finding that when you look at these characters in MKX, or what we've seen so far, right? Forget the new characters. Let's talk about Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden. They all look very retro. And I'm fucking digging the hell out of that, because I mentioned in a video in the past, I don't remember which one, but I remember mentioning in one of my past videos that Scorpion, they kept adding shit to Scorpion. So he started as yellow cloth, and then it was like MK2, you know, then it was a bit sewn. I'm like, okay, cool. And MK3 it became like patchy, and then it had a little yeah, like that. And then MK4 had a little skull thing here, and then, like, you know, sort of still like MK3, and then Deadly Alliance became all sort of, you know, full on, and bits of armor, and it just kept evolving, and they kept adding shit, and double swords, and it became overly detailed. That was something that I said somewhere. Like, it just became, like, it looked cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, hang on, this doesn't look like Scorpion anymore. It looks like some fucking, you know, just looks out of control, you know. Looks like, you know, sometimes when people get a piece of artwork that's real basic, and then they, you know, on DeviantArt, and then they make it all crazy. They're like, "It should look like this, and I like chains, and like, it looks fucking awesome because they can draw, and you're just like, holy shit. But then when you think about it, you're like, it doesn't really feel like the original, you know. And that for me has always been a thing that I've loved, the way the more MK1 and 2, how like Scorpion and Sub-Zero looked. It's just basic. It didn't need to have armor and big chunky masks, and, you know, it was just like, because they were scary just as is, because they could fight, you know. And what I'm finding back to MKX with Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden is that they feel retro-y. I love it. Like, the characters, like Scorpion, didn't feel overly detailed. Neither did Sub-Zero. In fact, when I first saw Sub-Zero, I was thinking he sort of looks MK2-ish. It was blue, and it just had a bit of detail on the cloth, and he had the Grandmaster thing, and, and the mask, and the eyes will go on blue, and I'm like, fuck, that looks really cool. You know, and that's why I think too, when I saw the new characters, I had a hard time adjusting to them, because in the announcement trailer we'd seen retro characters, and then we had these new characters, and they looked crazily detailed, and you know, Kotal Khan with his big fucking headdress, and you know, and all tattoos, and like he looked cool, but like it felt mixed or something, I don't know. But yeah, so Sub-Zero looks retro, Scorpion looks retro, and Raiden. When I saw Raiden this morning, I was like, oh fuck, he looks really cool. Like he comes out with the Raiden hat, and it's got little gaps in it, you know, and he's just got the blue cloth and the white, and on the blue there's some like gold sort of detailing up here, sort of on the vest, and it just, yeah, he looked basic, like and I'm like, you know, I had all the electricity all over him, and he looked awesome, and that's what I'm loving about the characters. And I don't know if they're going to continue this with MKX, but I'm hoping they do. Like the characters we know, I'm hoping they keep like sort of a retro flavor to them, because I'm really digging that shit, you know. And we know they're gonna put out skins. We know they're gonna skin it, you know. Of course they're gonna sell skins or whatever, you know. So maybe they're gonna have, you know, different looking Raidens that have superb detail and things like that. So if you're someone who likes the detail, don't worry. I'm saying they'll probably have the best of both worlds. They're gonna have, you know, retro and sort of overly detailed skins. I'm sure they'll do it. So yeah, that's the look of Raiden. Now next thing, I'll talk about the gameplay. I'm going to start with the diversions. So there's 3 diversions that they showed in the video. Ed Boon said that the names might change, but the first one was Thunder God Raiden, and Thunder God Raiden has electrocution combos. So as he does combos, it's like there's just electricity just shooting out of his hands, and it pops them up, and it's just all electricity based. It looked fucking awesome, and I always wondered that about Raiden. Like if you think back to all the old MKs, every time Raiden does a combo, it's just dush, 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 and no power, no electricity ever came out. He might finish it off with a, you know, and I always thought that was weird, because he's the God of Thunder. He stands there, even in the first MK. The first MK got it right. He had the electricity, was just on him. It's like, shit, I don't want to touch that dude. He's electrified, you know. And then other MKs, they sort of lost that somewhere, and I don't know why. I remember liking the look of the electricity in MK2, especially when you hit them with it. It sort of wrapped around them like that, you know. And yeah, but they never sort of, it was weird. They never sort of had that in the combos. It was like zapping him, you know. And this was it. This was like what I've been waiting for. This just looked fucking cool. It was like just zapping the shit out of him as he go, you know, and the electricity is flying up. It's just going crazy, right? It just looked fucking awesome. I'm like, that's what I've been waiting to see. That's right. That's it. That's exactly what I've been waiting to see. Yeah. So the next one was Displacer Raiden, and it was all teleportation. So Raiden will like teleport around. This one I'm a bit worried about. Like, as you guys know, in previous videos I've mentioned I didn't like characters in MK9 that teleported all over the fucking shop. It just became annoying. Like, Noob would be like, boom, 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 boom. Before you can do anything, he's like there, he's over there. He's, I don't know, maybe not quick enough anymore. But I think this Raiden didn't look as annoying as, like, when I think back to MK9, like Quan Chi and Noob and the characters that just teleported so quickly. I don't think Raiden didn't feel like that. He teleported still, but I won't know until someone's playing it, until someone goes, I wonder how fast I can teleport all around the screen. You know, I won't know until someone does that, you know. And I'm hoping he's not going to be one of those characters that, you know, boom, 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 all over you. And, you know, because fuck that shit. That's trash play. For me, that's worse than someone projectile spamming you. You know, when someone in MK2, I mean, I did it to Lance even, you'll see it in the video. And he's like, that's all you could do, you know. He was just joking, but, you know, you're like, projectile, 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 projectile. You can pin them down, like, and I've done that to, like, everyone I've played. And people get annoyed, but, like, you can get out of that. You can shimmy up the screen. You can, like, duck and move and duck and move and duck and move and get close. And then you can fucking throw them. You know, and you don't need to just stay back in the corner like, stop it, man, let me out of the corner. There's a way out. But like that teleporting stuff is just so quick that like it's hard, sometimes hard to react in time. You know, and it's almost like someone can bombard you with teleportation, like boom, 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 until you do miss that block by half a second. Or until you do miss something and then you're thrown and they go straight into a combo. It feels unfair. It feels trashy. It feels worse than someone throwing constant, you know, projectiles at you. So I don't know how I feel about teleportation Raiden. He looked cool, but I won't know until I see someone playing, until I know how much he can spam the teleportation stuff in his combos. But yeah, he looked awesome. And the last one is my fucking favorite. This is such a cool diversion, and I'll definitely be, the first time I play Raiden, I'm using this one. Stormlord Raiden. Stormlord Raiden sets traps, like Home Alone. You know, he puts the thing on the doorknob. Stormlord Raiden's awesome. He can move around the screen and he can leave energy, like, I'm gonna call them spheres, even though they're not. Like, let's say he leaves an energy sphere here, so like that, and it's a ball of lightning, and it just stays there, right? And then it can set another one, and I think you can set it wherever you want by where you drop it on the screen. So maybe you jump straight above that one and drop another one, so you'd have two above each other like that. And then what happens is they arc electricity, like, and make sort of like a barrier, so no one can pass. But let's say I have one above another one, it's gonna make a block like that, but I can have one at an angle too, like over here. And it's going to connect like that, and you can block people from jumping in and coming at you, and you can put these, I don't know how many you can leave on the screen. In the video we saw they left 2 in the screen, but that is such a cool strategy because you can stop them advancing. Like, even if you just want to take a second to think what strategy am I going to use next, just if you need a second to think, you can like stop that guy from progressing and think, and then plan your next attack, you know. Or the only I was thinking about it, because they had a high one sort of in the videos to stop him, Kotal Khan, from jumping towards Raiden. There was a gap underneath. I'm thinking the only way you could get him is if you had like a low fireball. Then I remembered Devora has that that insect attack where she drops the bug and it runs along the ground and then like attacks them. So I see some interesting mechanics here that, like, even though you're stopping someone like that from progressing, if someone like Devora has that insect is like that far off the ground, it's going to be able to run under all those things, you know. So that's a really interesting mechanic. The other thing he had too in it was he had a move that I was like, whoa, that's fucking insane. Kotal Khan came close to him and he just went poof, like that, both arms out, shot electricity both ways, like boom, boom, and it was just like a whole, like anyone hit with that is just pushed away from you, and you've just got the whole arena back, because anyone who's on your left or right gets hit with it. The only way they're not going to get hit is above, and it's just like a boom like that, just a, and I'm like, that's really awesome, because that stops their aggressive, offensive, attack, and it gives you back the screen, and then it lets you reposition. And I'm like, that's fucking cool, you know. And I'm not even a pro MK player, but I can see how pro people can use this stuff. I can see, like, that stuff like that's going to be really interesting when the pro guys get a hand on it. You know, how they use all these little things. You know, for me, Stormlord Raiden, the best. Clearly the best, like, diversion so far. Out of all the characters, I'm going to say it, out of all the characters, Stormlord Raiden is the best diversion. Like, all that stuff is so dynamic. Like, even I said, you can set those lightning spheres wherever you want. That opens up the possibility, so many possibilities on how you're going to stop them from progressing or being offensive or defensive, you know. And yeah, it's amazing diversion. Like, I love that diversion. You know, it's just awesome. The last thing I've got to talk about is his fucking fatality. Wow. I thought it was going to be another cut up one, you know. No. He like zaps them, grabs their head, like, zzz, and their eyes literally pop out of their fucking sockets, and they're like flopping around. And he's like, zzz, and like, you know, the head comes off eventually, and flies up in the air, and then he just zaps it again, you know, and just explodes their head. And their body's just like, Raiden wins, fatality. Actually, that's another interesting thing about MKX, is it says fatality first, fatality, Raiden wins. It feels weird. I'm not used to hearing it in that order, you know, but that was a cool fatality. I really like that one. And the eyeballs. So
Raiden wins.
yeah, I'd love to see this video in full, proper resolution, you know, like, because, like, this stuff is so detailed too, like, all the lightning effects that Raiden did in this video, I'm like, fuck, I'd really love to see this, you know, that's not in shitty stream quality. I'd like to see this properly, in proper HD detail, you know, but, I can only wait it out, but, yeah, that's what I thought of Raiden at EVO. Yeah, he was unveiled at EVO by Ed Boon. Ed Boon went down to EVO, which was really cool. He gave out to the Injustice winners, I think MKX t-shirts and Injustice, hardcover Injustice comics signed by like the whole team. That's really cool. They took some swag out there for the top 8 Injustice players, and I think the Mortal Kombat 9 side tournament as well, you know. So yeah, no, it's really cool. It was awesome that they did that. NetherRealm really do support EVO, which is cool, and I think Hector Sanchez started that, you know. It's a shame that Hector left the MK team, it really is. I mean, I hope he's having fun with, you know, with Sony. He's working with Sony, so I'm hoping he's working on God of War or something. No, I hope it's working out for him, because he was a really cool dude, you know. But yeah, I think he was the one that first started going to EVO, and I think he got Ed to go then the next year, and Ed loved it. And I mean, I want to go to EVO. I want to go there one day, because it's just fucking crazy. It's these giant rooms full of fighting game fanatics, you know, and just, oh, I just love to go to that shit one day and watch, you know. It would be really cool. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching my impressions of Raiden, the Raiden Reveal. Yeah, like I said, there is a Mortal Kombat video coming, another one. Me and Lance playing MK2. So look out for that one. Like I promised you guys, if I ever put up 9 MK videos, there would be an MK one straight after it. So you got this one and the MK2, me and Lance death battle coming up soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.